What's going on, Limitless fam? Just knocked out level 24, 8-figure ultra reading. I wanted to share 20-ish seconds on 5 different books that I read. So the first book that I read was The Compound Effect. That's by Darren Hardy. And a quote that I wanted to share was from page 76. It says, "Habits and behaviors never lie. If there's a discrepancy between what you say and what you do, I'm going to believe what you do every time." And I think that people oftentimes talk, they kind of get big-headed about what they think they can do or what they've done in the past or what they're going to do in the future or whatever they believe. And they kind of lose themselves in that. And they don't actually go out and do the things that they know that they can do or they think that they can do or people want them to do. And so they end up kind of just failing because there's a discrepancy between what they say that they're going to do and what they actually do, or what they say they're capable of and what they're actually capable of. And so it's just kind of made me want to be more of a doer and let my actions speak, because that's what's going to get you to be successful. And so the second book that I read was The 4-Hour Workweek. That's by Tim Ferriss. And a quote I wanted to share from you guys was, "Just because something has been a lot of work or consumed a lot of time doesn't make it productive or worthwhile." And that's really huge to me because I took a class on persuasion and social influence, and one of the big things that people use to persuade is called the process of commitment, where basically people start to feel like if they've put a lot of time into something, then it's worth it. And it's just complete bogus, because even if you've put a lot of time in it, you kind of need to realize when a project's not going to work, or if something just isn't meant to be, and you can leave that and go to something better. And there's a big tipping point there where people start to say, "Oh, you're a quitter, you're a quitter, you're a quitter." But at a certain point, you have to be smart, and you have to get out, and you have to go do something that you know is going to be better for you. The third book I read was Today Matters by John Maxwell. And a quote that he puts in his book from John Wooden says, "Success is a peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction and knowing that you did your best to become the best that you were capable of becoming." And for me, that's huge, because a lot of people want to define success with possessions or with money, or just everyone defines success differently. We do an "I know I'm successful when" activity where we talk about, I know I'm successful when my Monday feels the same as my Friday. I know I'm successful when people can come over and I can let them go in my kitchen and eat whatever they want. There's something for everybody. And John Wooden's completely correct. Success is this peace of mind of knowing that you've done whatever it takes to become your very best. And so that's huge for me. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People was the next book that I read. That's by Stephen Covey. And a quote that I want to share was, "If I really want to improve my situation, I can work on one thing over which I have control: myself." And that's massive. I was talking to Luke Duncan probably about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, on the phone, and we were just talking about, he doesn't know if he wants to go back to school or if he wants to work or what he wants to do exactly. But in the meantime, he knows that the one thing that he can be doing is developing himself. And it's so huge because a lot of people start to lose track of, I don't know if I'm going to go work a job. I don't know if I want to be an MLM superstar. I don't know if I want to do, direct sales. I don't know if I want to start my own company. I don't know what I want to do, if I want to go back to school. But the one thing that you can do, no matter what your future holds, is work on yourself. And that's massive. And that's something that a lot of people overlook, and people just get lost in the day-to-day of just trying to figure out what they're doing instead of focusing on themselves. So the last quote is going to be by Stephen Covey, and it's from his book Speed of Trust, which is one that I found a lot of people haven't read, but it's actually one of my favorite books. And I'm actually going to share one of my favorite quotes from you guys. I reread one of my favorite sections. And it's, "The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is today." And that quote just sticks with me. I want to read it again. It's, "The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is today." A lot of people start harping on, "Oh, man, I should have done this the other day. I should have done this 2 months ago. I should have done this 2 weeks ago. I should have done this, whatever." Yeah, you should have, probably. But the next best time to do it is right now. And just living in the whole, "I should have done this, I could have done this, I would have done this," living in that your whole life is just not going to be a catalyst to your success. You really need to go out and do the things that you want to do, and do them now. And so that's what I'm going to leave you guys with, and peace.